If you're only getting 2 or 3 hours of very broken sleep during the night, how does one of the core cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, cbt-i techniques, known as sleep restriction, help improve sleep and lead to more sleep? Well, this is what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Hi, I'm Martin Reed. If you have insomnia, I offer sleep coaching programs that will give you all the skills and support you need to enjoy better sleep for the rest of your life. You can learn more at insomniacoach.com. Now, I recorded a recent video titled, "If nothing works for your chronic insomnia, try to focus on practicing rather than achieving." Now, in this video, which I'll link to above, I was basically emphasizing the importance of focusing all your attention on implementing effective techniques to improve your sleep. And as regular viewers of this channel will know, these are cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or cbt-i techniques. Now, on that video, I got a great comment from Joe, who asked me this: "Please could you give some encouragement in a video to those of us who only sleep for 2 to 3 hours a night, broken sleep, never having a good night? How can restricting time in bed help if you're sleeping for such a short time anyway? Frustrating when all examples use 5.5 to 6 hours of broken sleep as an example." Now, this is an excellent question, because when I'm talking to people with insomnia and I suggest spending less time in bed or allotting less time for sleep, seems really counterintuitive because our aim is to get more sleep. So how does spending less time in bed lead to more sleep? So there's a few different reasons why bedtime restriction or sleep restriction is effective, even if you're only currently getting maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep at night. First of all, sleep drive is the only thing that creates sleep. And sleep drive is created when we're awake for long enough. And having an allotted amount of time for sleep and not going to bed before this allotted time begins and always being out of bed by the time this allotted time ends restricts our sleep to a certain window. So this allows enough sleep drive to build during the day so that when our sleep window begins, we're more likely to be sleepy enough for sleep. Now, a very common trait among people with insomnia is they are primarily very fatigued rather than sleepy, and it's really easy to confuse fatigue with sleepiness. So bedtime restriction also helps build sleepiness and helps you recognize sleepiness and the differences between sleepiness and fatigue. Another way this bedtime restriction technique helps is it involves you spending less time in bed, less time in bed tossing and turning, trying to sleep, getting really light, broken and fragmented sleep. By allotting just this short window for sleep, your body will soon learn that that's its only opportunity to sleep. And generally this will lead to more consolidated sleep, more restorative sleep. So although you might not be getting X number of hours, if that's your goal, the quality of your sleep is going to be significantly better. And I mean, I've worked with clients that would have spent 7, 8, 9 hours in bed and got maybe 5 or 6 hours of sleep on a good night and told me that they felt terrible the next day. But when they implemented a sleep window, they got perhaps a little bit less sleep, especially in the short term, but they felt a lot better during the day, because ultimately quality is far more important than quantity. Another way allotting less time for sleep can be really helpful is that it just leads to less time in bed trying to sleep. Here's another way of looking at this. Let's say that your current average nightly sleep duration is around 5 hours, but you're getting into bed at 11 o'clock at night and getting out of bed at 7 in the morning. So you're currently getting 5 hours of sleep. This means that your body is currently capable of generating about 5 hours of sleep, but yet you're spending 8 hours in bed. So in effect, you're kind of guaranteeing yourself 3 hours of wakefulness during the night. And this makes the bed a really unpleasant place to be, because for 3 hours, you're going to be tossing and turning, feeling frustrated, feeling anxious, compared to if you instead allotted around 5 or 5.5 hours for sleep. You're going to be spending so much more of the time in bed asleep rather than awake. And this also helps you work on recognizing and relearning that the bed is a place for sleep rather than wakefulness. So even if you are only managing a few hours of sleep, bedtime restriction, sleep restriction, same thing, can still be really helpful, because it restricts sleep to a certain window during the night, helps build sleep drive, helps you recognize the signs for sleepiness, and helps you spend less time awake during the night tossing and turning. With that being said, it's important to note that this is just one technique. If you go through a course of cbt-i, you'll be learning many different techniques that will also help to improve your sleep. Finally, in terms of reassurance, let me tell you this. I've worked with many clients who have averaged only a few hours of sleep each night, but we've worked through cbt-i techniques over a number of weeks, and their sleep quality and sleep duration has improved. There is hope for everyone with chronic insomnia, no matter how long you've had insomnia. It is possible to get past your insomnia and get your sleep back on track. So I hope you found this short video helpful. If you did, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I try and share a few sleep snippet videos every week. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or suggestions for a future video, please leave a comment below, or you can email me directly. My email address is hello@insomniacoach.com. I hope to see you back here again soon, and remember, you can sleep.